What's good, good people? Vets, let's talk. Too heavy to fight? How the Army is combating the obesity crisis to find recruits. Hey, man, before we get started, I'd like you guys to click that like, share, and subscribe. You already know what I say. HBO special, man. I looked at the analyst and it says 90% of you guys watching this video has not subscribed. It doesn't take anything. Just click the button, click the bell, get the notifications, leave a comment if you will, man. It's no trouble, man. This little support goes a long way. Hey, man, I got an article to share with you guys real quick, man. And I'm kind of, happy about it, elated. I'm up there because this will benefit a lot of people, a lot of kids that has like little to no direction. We're trying to figure out where they need to go in life. It's a lot of obese and a lot of people with academic problems that this program could help. But I'm going to read the article. I want to know what you guys think about this article that I'm about to read. Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Private David Dean weighed 320 pounds when he went to visit a National Guard recruiter at a West Virginia plumber by trade. He wanted to prove to himself that he could serve. And he'd always wanted to put on a uniform. I could never get in because I was overweight, Dean said. This is what Dean says. He visited the recruiter to see just how much he needed to shave off to be eligible to serve and the kind of workouts the Army demands. To his surprise, the recruiter was able to get him into the ranks. But with a catch, Dean would have to go to the Army new future soldier preparatory course, at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Their new recruits have 90 days to lose weight to meet Army standards and be shipped off to basic training. If not, they are separated from service and sent home. That's my man right there. Congratulations, buddy. Dean lost enough weight at the program to progress into basic training, where he lost the rest over the course of 10 weeks. On Wednesday, Dean graduated from basic training and was honored as top soldier of his class. That's big. That's big. And congratulations, I'm proud of you that you overcame something that you thought that you couldn't do. But you stuck it through. Let me finish. I'm sorry. I digress. He now weighs 250 pounds. To a lot of people, it's like, oh, I know you old school vets. I sit back and say, hey, that's too heavy. But most of y'all sitting in those seats right now are probably too heavy. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, don't judge him from where he is. It's judge him where he's at and his accomplishments. Thank you very much. But I'm gonna keep reading. He now weighs 250 pounds. He scored a 570 on the Army Combat Fitness Test on the ACFT out of 600. That's kind of big too. But the from the test that I took when I was in is totally different. That score is far above the average and demonstrates that Dean can deadlift weight, run fast, and hold a plank for an impressive amount of time. I'm feeling proud, feeling humble, he told military.com at his graduation. If you were to ask me 2 or 3 years ago, if I'd be standing where I'm standing today, I say absolutely not. Dean is one of 278 soldiers and basic training class of 989 soldiers who attended the prep course. That new program has been a key tool the Army has used for the past year to overcome service ongoing recruiting slump, which officially largely attributed to a shrinking pool of young American eligible to serve, mostly due to obesity and poor academic. This is the next portion that adds to a positive situation. A lot of people just sit back and say, if they ain't smart enough, don't join. If you're too big, well, so what? But let me get to this second part before I finish my spiel. The program has 2 tracks, one for shedding body fat and another for recruits who came short on academic standards, performing poorly on the Armed Service Vocational Aptitude Battery, ASVAB. Hey man, nothing but, once again, I did this video, I want to say about 2 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago. And at that time, it was just a pilot program. This is something that they was this put in place to see how it worked. And obviously it works. You know, pulling a kid that actually has an academic problem or too overweight to join. This is a key to letting people know that military is willing to help you do or achieve something that you want to achieve. Big on my scale, because I had the academic portion, because it, to be honest with you, this guy said what, 2 to 3 years he was trying to figure out how can he do it. Took me over 5 years to pass the ASVAB. I'm just being transparent. Maybe you're just not smart enough, Don. Mr. Vetch, let's talk. Well, I'm dyslexic, so that was a challenge that I dealt with. Not many can understand it, but that's what it was. But the key is, I never gave up on myself. I kept pushing. I said, this is what I want, and this is what I'm continuing to do. Yes, I held a job during the meantime, but I studied on the side, and I continued to take that ASVAB test. And I was going to keep taking it until they told me I couldn't take it no more. I think like in a month, you got three tries, and then I don't know if it's changed or not, but after that, you get 6 months before you can take it again. What's wrong with this guy? Yeah, he's dyslexic. You have to kind of figure out why a person is where they are. You can't sit back from the standard of you and your achievements and you know, say, well, you should. Hey man, just look at what's in place. This is big. And I'll always sit back and say, on the obese part, overweight. On that part, or those candidates that's not able to get in because of that. Once they achieve what they have to achieve, and I said it on my last video. I pray and hope they continue to have the motivation to continue the journey as far as health. Because once they get in those barracks with those privates, because basic training, you'll have an individual tell you, hey, I don't think that's good. You can eat it, but I don't, that's not going to be helpful for what you're trying to do. Once you get to your unit, that's a different story, a totally different story. You have to like get in their minds to let them know this has to be a continual effort. It has to be, in order for it to work, in order for you to progress, in order for you to continue to pass your PT test because of your weight problem. Some people are athletic, some people are not. Some people have to work harder than the next person to maintain their weight. Even at a young age, you know, the older you get, your metabolism dies. Hey, I'll be the one to sit here and tell you, yes, I'm very active at 44, and I can maintain a 1 mile run in 9 minutes. And it's hard. That is very hard for me to do. Everybody's not active like that. So I think as human beings, we have to kind of keep in our minds that each individual makeup, identity, and personality is totally different from the next. Can we agree on that? But I want to know what you guys think about this video I just put out. Is it a good thing or bad thing? You can't look at it in a sense of used to. We have to look at it in a sense of the military is trying to help these kids. They're trying to help. Without no military, there's no protection. I got a quote. This quote might help somebody. By Benjamin Franklin. Without continual growth and progress, such words as improvement, achievement, and success have no meaning. Let's talk. Who's up next for formation? Out.